Well, a quick browse through the rags shows that they're out to cause World War III. That's the one and only result they're trying to push here. These scumbag papers are trying to cause World War III. I'll explain how. Although it's pretty obvious anyway. paper. Trump tries to silence porn star. Vote leave. Lawyers call for inquiry. Facebook shares plummet as investigation starts in US. Now, the interesting thing here, that scumbag owner, he started selling the shares before the news came out that he'd been doing dirty backhand deals with all these tech giant things. So he knew what was going to happen, so he started selling the shares when the price was high, and of course when it's dropped he stopped selling them. So insider information. Yep. Pensions, women failing further behind as earnings gap soars. That's a lie, because nobody's getting any more money at the moment, apart from MPs, of course, who just up the wages whenever they feel like it. Reasons to be cheerful about Brexit. What, the fact that there's not going to be one? Labour MPs on protest against Corbyn and anti-Semitism. Yeah, that's another thing they're pushing, the anti-Semite shit. In Praise of Cathedrals by Sir Tony Robinson. Jenny Clare on where school trips must not go. And the main headline, the attack on Russia. Russia warns the West, we will strike back. US and EU countries show solidarity with Britain and kick out more than 100 envoys in response to Salisbury attack, which was carried out by the British government, as we all know. And in particular MI5 and MI6. As diplomatic relations with Vladimir Putin plunge to new low, the Kremlin warns of retaliation for provocation. Quite rightly so. He knows that he hasn't done it, and we all know that it was the British government. PM welcomes coordinated response from 23 countries, including expulsion of 60 intelligence officers from US. Oh, so they're intelligence officers now, they're not diplomats. Okay. Smoke and mirrors. Let's go after Russia. Don't look at the pedos in Parliament. Don't look at Brexit. Look at this instead. Metro. West turns on Russia. US and Canada join EU nations to eject dozens of Putin's diplomats. Oh, the diplomats again now. Biggest mass expulsion in history prompted by Salisbury poison attack carried out by the UK government. Kremlin promises to retaliate as leaders stand behind treasonous May. No, they're not. All the stuff I've been looking at says that many of them are saying, show us the evidence. Oh, you ain't got any? I wonder why that is. Could that be because there isn't any? Every paper is pushing World War III. Every single paper. Mirror. Where the 80s a vintage era for TV hunks. Hell at A&E. 30 patients are stuck on trolleys for up to 15 hours. Because apparently they've not got enough money. Nothing to do with the fact that they've hired a whole fleet of pariahs to advise them how to spend the money, and that's where the majority of the money goes. Oh, what a shock. So that would mean that those in charge, i.e. managers and that, aren't doing the job. So what are they there for? Sack them if they can't do the job. Just like what happened in a other corporation. Nations unite against Russia, Putin the pariah. 23 countries kick out Kremlin spooks over UK push. Does anybody believe the shit that these papers put out anymore? Because I know I don't. I see it as absolute propaganda, which is exactly what is in every paper. Propaganda. Star. M25 killer Cushy jail. Great Brit Bake Off. The World v Bad Flad. Oh, piss off, Bad Flad. Blind 8 star spots UFO. TV's Paul O'Grady. I see aliens. The truth is out there. And a picture. Dex baby on board. Whoopie-doo. Express. Paul O'Grady, I'm not mad, I've seen aliens. Probably has, not hard to see. 4 weddings star Anna, I gave flirty film legend brush off. Bill Nye, why I've hated acting for years. And back to the Let's Cause World War III. World unites against Putin. Victory for May as 22 countries expel over 100 Russian diplomats, even though it was carried out by the British MI5, MI6. Baby Joy puts smile back on Deck's face. The Un-Independent. Exclusive. UK anti-doping body hacked. The agency's London's HQ holding data on top athletes, cyclists and footballers was hit by a cyber attack. Out in the cold, Russian diplomats expelled across US and Europe. We are really pushing for World War III because, unlike you, we're going to be in the deep underground bunkers with the rest of the parasite elite. The Skull. And back on telly Saturday. World expels Putin spooks. Oh, the spooks again. The propaganda in these bullshit papers is ridiculous. Scandal of cops. Cop out by text. Right, now it's getting to the really sick, demented part. Jake, who used to be a woman, weds Hannah, who was a man. What the hell is coming to this planet when we got weirdos? These are sick men, or whatever you want to call them. They're sick. They've got an illness, a mental illness. It's not, and it shouldn't be lauded or said, "Oh, great, what a Tran and wife." It should be. It's disgusting, absolutely, utterly disgusting and disgraceful, and it should be unlawful. It is unlawful under God's law. The Guardian. How? Oh, this is interesting. How Britain PLC got addicted to unpaid internships. PLC, Britain, private limited company. You know, we've been telling you this for a long time. So it's actually in the paper. It probably doesn't mean what we think it means, but it does mean what I think it means. Cricket scandal cuts deep in Australia's national soul. Now let's get back to causing World War III, shall we? Russian diplomats in US and Europe expelled as UK allies turned the screw. If the Kremlin's goal is to divide the West, it has backfired. The Kremlin had nothing to do with it. We know it, you know it, and they know that we and you know it as well. That's why they're scared. Courier firms to drop fines for offer sick pay. And more bullshit. Jewish group protests in Labour anti-Semitism row. The Times. It's behind you. Meet the new personal robot. Dr. Mark Porter, bowel cancer, the symptoms. Why would you want to know the symptoms when they just know the cures? There's loads of cures. And if you do anything like chemo or radio or anything like that, that will kill you. It has a 97% failure rate. 97 out of 100 die. You getting this yet? Jeez, what? I know it's crazy, but that's how it works. And you trust in this guy in a white coat that cannot tell you any cure, not allowed to under the Cancer Act 1939. All he can do is kill you with chemo and radio. Let's get back to causing World War III, shall we? World unites in biggest ever mass expulsion of Russian spies. Oh, the spies again now. Waiter fired for rudeness, was just being French. Anti-Semites will destroy Labour, senior MPs warn. Party veterans condemn Corbyn's failure to act. Jewish community protests in Westminster. Listen, I'm not against anyone, but they use this anti-Semite card every chance they can, and they can stick it up their arse as far as I'm concerned. Daily fail. The real reason so many women have lost their sex drive. This one's going all out on the anti-Semite crap. Day British Jews goaded beyond endurance by the rise of anti-Semitism in Labour's descended on Parliament to cry, "Enough is enough, Mr Corbyn." Oh, what a load of shit. And these dumbasses are just useless puppets. They don't realise they're being played, but hey, that's how the shit goes, isn't it?